Hello everyone, and welcome to Unturned Update 3.15.12.0. The second part of the arms shipment update. Last time we got 4 amazing new guns, the Teklovka, the Vanya, the Bulldog, and the calling card, but this week there are 5 new guns that I have stored in this little vault over here. We just gotta break in. Don't want to explode all of the guns or anything, so I'm gonna do that. And let's break in. Okay, that didn't work, but you know what, I can just salvage it. It works. Whatever. It works. And here are the 5 new guns. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the Agavare. I have no idea how you're supposed to pronounce that exactly. So let's just go ahead and equip it, and as you can see, it does start off with a scope, the Agavare scope, which is a 4x scope. I'll go ahead and show you guys what it looks like in your inventory here, and what it looks like when it's dropped on the ground. It comes pre-attached, so that's real nice. And it fires ranger bullets, so let's just go ahead and give it a shot. Oh yeah, also the sound is very low because I shot these guns before I started recording and it was very loud, so I turned down the volume so that you guys won't have exploded eardrums or anything like that. This is too slow. Let's go ahead and put it on auto mode. Okay, so very vertical recoil. Oh, nice reloading animation. Let me go ahead and show you guys what it looks like with the ranger drum attached. It looks kind of odd, but still looks nice. And it has a pretty okay fire rate, but still a good amount of recoil if you have it on auto. I would recommend having it on semi, but that's just me. And of course, the scope still does have sway. This is a 4x scope. I don't know if I already said that or not, but anyway, let's go ahead and put this back in there. Let me just drop that too. Okay, next is the Fusillade, which is a French assault rifle. Looks nice. Some pretty really terrible iron sights, actually. And when the iron sights are detached, it still has this, which actually might be better. Well, maybe not better, but it's still okay compared to the actual regular Fusillade iron sights, which looks like this one dropped on the ground. It only has the semi, burst, and safety, but that means that it's a direct comparator to the Eagle Fire, because now it's the second gun that has the burst version. So let's just try the burst. So yeah, it does have a lot of recoil. Let's go ahead and put the iron sights back on it. And I'm going to put the ranger drum on as well. Looks about the same with the reloading animation. So, oh wait, here, let me go ahead and, oops, wrong thing. Let's go ahead and put this on semi too. So it does have a good amount of recoil. So, that might be a bit of a problem with it, but it seems okay other than that. Seems good. You should pick it up if you find one, obviously. And it's kind of a direct competitor to the Eagle Fire, and this is what it looks like when it's dropped on the ground with the ranger drum on. Looks kinda odd, but it works. what happened to it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Next is the Night Raider, which is kind of stuck in here, but it's a nice-looking rifle. It's the iron sights aren't bad, but they aren't that good either. Let's take off the iron sights and show you guys what it looks like when it's dropped on the ground here. And also the Night Raider when it's dropped on the ground. Looks pretty when it's dropped on the ground, of course. I think that all of these guns look amazing. It has the auto, safety, and semi features. Let's just go and see what the recoil is on this thing. Oof. That was only one Ranger magazine. That wasn't even a drum or anything like that. And that was a lot of recoil. So I would recommend probably having this on semi to try to reduce that recoil. And even then, it still has a good amount of recoil. After 2 shots, I'm already missing my target, kind of. And after I showcase all the guns, I will show off how they look going up against zombies. Anyway, next is the Hell's Fury, and oh wait, where is it? This is only the drum of it. Oh wait, it's down here because it's way too big. Look at this thing. This thing is ginormous. It takes up 15 slots, which means that you can't put it in a sentry gun or anything like that. And it only has the auto mode. It has no safety feature, but I'm holding down the left mouse click and it's not doing anything. I wonder what I'm supposed to do. Well, if you hold down whatever it is to zoom in, for me it's the right mouse button, then it will spin up and then you can start shooting. Again, this does make a lot of noise, so just be wary of that before you start listening. So I'll wait a second for you to turn the sound down in case it's too loud. But okay, let's go. Okay, this thing has no recoil, which is a great upside, and it has the largest ammo capacity of any gun in the game, 250. That's way better than what the Nyrkev or whatever that other, not assault rifle, machine gun is. This is the 3rd machine gun to be added in the game, but this one is giant. I mean, just look at it, it's giant. Again, no recoil at all, just amazing. And it takes these giant Hell's Fury drums as magazines, so there you go, that's what it looks like here. Let's go ahead and put it back on. It also takes a while for you to be able to actually put it on. Unless you're in 3rd person, that should have it, like, immediately. Yeah, see. And it only has the tactical attachment because, I mean, if it had anything else, it would be super OP already. It is kind of OP, but it's also very rare to find it. I'm pretty sure all these do spawn in the airdrops, and only the airdrops, but this thing is super rare to find in those airdrops. So, if you find one of these, it's gonna be crazy, and all of these are probably gonna be spawning in the Russia map, but this thing is super big, and it's gonna be super rare, I'm sure. So let's just go ahead and put this back in my Alice pack, because, I mean, look at this thing. I can't even fit it in my Alice pack, because I have too many Ranger drums. Yeah, that's crazy. Up next is the Echo. Pretty nice looking. This is what it looks like when it's dropped on the ground. And it has pretty good iron sights, so let's take those off and I'll show that to you guys. So this is what the iron sights for the Echo look like when they're dropped on the ground. Let's put those back on, and yes, this is a sniper rifle. If you found an auger and you found this, then it might be good to detach the scope from the auger. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and equip that real quick. Or, if I can, just need to rearrange my inventory. I really wish that it would do that automatically, but let's just go ahead and, whoops, nope, I was just trying to hit the other button. So, if you take off the scope for it, and you just drop it on the ground after you find this echo, you can put on the scope for the Agaver on the echo, and I'm pretty sure that it's a great synergy. 4x scope on the sniper rifle looks amazing. And yes, this is the gun used for quick scoping in Call of Duty, if you're wondering. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't do that in Unturned, but why not? Let's just do it 360 and nope, I missed. My mouse sensitivity is way too low for it. Yeah, that's all the guns, but there are some other features that I need to show you guys. First, I'm going to show is with the Vanya. If you're wondering why there's 12 gauge shells in here, well, that's why I'm doing this with the Vanya, because you can now refill the Vanya with the 12 gauge shells. So let's just go ahead and shoot down this tree over here, and then you can take out the magazine by reloading. If I had the actual thing, well, whatever. I'll just go and strip the magazine first. And then you can go ahead and go over here, and as you can see, the 12 gauge shells will refill the Vanya magazine. So now it's up to 7, and these 12 gauge shells are down to 4. So, makes it so if you find a Vanya, from one of the airdrops, but you don't have any magazines, but you did find a blunt force or some 12 gauge shells, then you can reload the Vanya without having to worry until the next airdrop. So that's really nice. I really like that. I like how that works. So let's just put that back. Next is with the Bulldog and the calling card. I think it's with the rate of fire for the Bulldog, or maybe it's the bullet spread. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, the bullet spread has been increased slightly, I think. So it's not as great, but still amazing weapons. Bullet spread still is... the bullet spread, I think, was increased because these weapons were really just too good. So, yeah, and the recoil was definitely increased for the calling card, I can tell that. But I mean, they're still great weapons, so you should still definitely get them. And all of these new amazing weapons, it's crazy. 9 new guns in total, and there are some other features that I need to show you guys, so I will be right back to show you guys that. Okay, so up next is with the skill sets. These didn't used to do anything, but now they will give you clothes. I think that this is only in official maps on single player, so I'm going to go on Yukon here. And when I spawn in, I should have some farmer clothes on. As you can see here, I have a farmer top, farmer bottom, and a farmer hat. Don't spawn with any weapons, just a few basic clothes. And this is actually super helpful on Yukon. As you can see, I'm not freezing to death instantly, so I can just walk around for a little while without having to worry. So I really like that. And I mean, this is really nice. It does give you a good little head start, I guess, on Player Worlds. I mean, it doesn't give you any weapons, but it does give you a nice little beginning just to start off. and I really like it. This is definitely gonna be helpful on Yukon. So, yeah. Let's move on. Okay, one other thing that I forgot to add was that, it only works on single player and only on official maps, so if you decide to go on to, let's say, Canada Plus, it won't work. So, it has to be on either PEI, Yukon, or Washington, or possibly in the near future, the new Russia map. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so up next is that oxygen will very slowly burn at very high altitudes. I spawned in a hummingbird here at the very top of Mount Logan. This is about as high up as you can get, but I guess that we have to go higher, because it's not working. So, let's go up, and if you look on the white bar in the bottom left-hand corner, as you can see, it will very slowly start to drop down, as you can see, 98, 97, and if you go up higher, it will burn faster and faster, and of course, you will eventually suffocate. Now, it's not too big of an issue, but it is still a problem for some people if you are flying, let's just say, again, in Yukon here. So you'll have to go down like I am right now. Oh, wait, it's gonna explode, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Well, there you go. So yeah, your oxygen does slowly burn at very high altitudes as USI flew off the top of Mount Logan down to the bottom, and during that time I lost like 20% of my oxygen. It's not too bad, but it still adds a bit of a realistic effect to the game. I really like it. But you're not going to be encountering it too often unless you do fly in the Yukon map, which you're only going to be doing if you have a sky crane. But, I mean, it's not too big of an issue. So, yeah, that's really about it for the Unturned 3.15.12.0 update. There were a bunch of other, like, small improvements, fixes, tweaks. Really just, it was mostly the guns, but I decided to show some of the other kind of major features. So yeah, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.